the affidavit of Dr. Edgar Ouko Otumba, sworn on the 25th of August 2017, the affidavit of Norman Magaya, in support of the petition sworn on the 23rd of August 2017 and filed on the 25th of August 2017. There's a supporting affidavit of Omar Yusuf Mohammed, sworn on the 24th of August 2017 and filed on 25th of August 2017. And lastly, a supplementary affidavit of Ogla Karani, sworn on the 25th of August 2017 and filed on the same date. The reasons we seek to strike out this affidavits is that the petitioners filed a petition on the 18th of August 2017 within the constitutional time prescribed of 14 days. Within the time prescribed for filing the petition pursuant to Rule 6 of the Supreme Court Presidential Election Petition Rules 2017. But a petition is defined under the rules to include an affidavit required to support the petition. And Rule 10 provides that the petitioner shall, within 2 days of filing the petition, serve the petition upon the respondent. Now, in terms of these affidavits, we had already first responded to the petition, having been served on the 20th of August with the petition and the original supporting affidavits. But these extra affidavits were filed outside the time prescribed for filing the petition together with the supporting evidence in the affidavits. And more importantly, they raise new issues that we have had no time to respond to. There is new causes of action, and they contain additional evidence that change the nature and the character of the petition, and it will prejudice both the first respondent's ability to respond to these affidavits as the pleadings have closed, as well as the second respondent, the chairman of the IEBC.
When did you say you were served?
With regards to the first affidavit of Dr. Edgar Ouko Otumba, it was served on the 25th of August 2017. Norman Magaya, it was also filed and served on the 25th of August 2017. Omar Yusuf on the 25th of August 2017. And lastly, the one of Ogla Karani on the 25th of August 2017.
So they were all served on 25th?
On the 25th, yes. They were sworn on different dates.
Yes.
But served on the same date.
Okay.
So, my Lord, for those reasons, as the first and second respondents will be prejudiced, they cannot respond to these affidavits in terms of replying by affidavits sworn on behalf of the first and second respondents. And more crucially, we had already filed our submissions and response to the petition within the timelines stipulated under the rules. And Lord, because they go towards prejudicing our client's right to a fair hearing, and no reasons have been advanced why they could not be filed within the stipulated time, Lord, we urge you to strike out these affidavits. They have been filed out of time, and the petition should proceed on the basis of the evidence that was tendered within the constitutional and statutory time prescribed by law. That's all, my Lord, unless you have a question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mansour. Who is next?
My Lord, Mr. Otiende will respond on our behalf.
Sorry?
Mr. Otiende will respond on our behalf to that application.
Yes.
If it may please, my Lord, 3 quick responses. That application, my Lord, is based on a misapprehension. All the 4 affidavits spoken to are not filed in support.
Proceedings thereof last night's pre-trial conference at the Supreme Court, marking the first mention by the Supreme Court of NASA's presidential petition. Several issues were raised there by the legal teams representing NASA, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, as well as President Uhuru Kenyatta. issues that legal minds there refer to as interlocutory applications, which, I beg your pardon, Chief Justice David Maraga, as well as the other 6 judges, will be ruling on at 2 p.m. today before the official commencement of the hearing of the presidential petition. So 5 interlocutory applications were made yesterday. Let's just go through them in passing. Among those applications was a request by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission and its chair, Wafula Chebukati, on the late filing of some of the evidence and affidavit there with the IBC, saying that some of the affidavits or issues that were filed late or after the midnight deadline, and so they are asking for the expunge for such evidence to be expunged for the very basis of being recorded late. And the second application there was also on the issue of affidavits. This was also raised by the Commission, saying that some of the affidavits done by the NASA team led by Raila Odinga had not been served to the lawyers representing IBC as well as the Jubilee side. The third application, the second application rather, was another filed by President Uhuru Kenyatta, which he says that, again, his lawyers had not been served with some of the issues that NASA filed after the midnight deadline. Now, the third interlocutory application from last evening was from Mr. Odinga, who too wanted some of the submissions filed by Mr. Kenyatta struck out, arguing that Mr. Kenyatta's lawyers had also not served Raila Odinga's lawyers with the same information. And they also argue that some of that information was filed late. And this is the one thing that the lawyers failed to agree on the late filing of some of this evidence, with both teams claiming that all their evidence was filed before the midnight deadline. The fourth application, also filed by Mr. Odinga, seeks to access all forms of 34A, 34B, as well as the Commission's servers for a forensic audit of the KIEMS system, another issue that raised a lot of heated debates at the pre-trial conference last night. And finally, the fifth interlocutory application to be determined today is that of several lawyers, including Attorney General Githu Muigai, who have applied to be enjoined as friends of the court, Amicus curiae, if you like. And we also have other parties, including independent presidential candidate Michael Maura Wainaina, as well as Third Way Alliance presidential candidate Okuro Court, who are seeking to be enjoined in this case. These are the 5 issues that the Supreme Court will be ruling on at 2 p.m. this afternoon before the official commencement of the hearing of the Supreme petition at 3 p.m. this afternoon. KTN News and Kivumbi 2017 will be keeping you up to date with that as and when it happens. This is the early morning edition. We'll take a short commercial break. Do stay with us. More news and reviews coming up.